Well, it is National Fire Prevention Week, a time to educate the public on fire safety and prevention. Our team often covers house and car fires across the region, but tonight we dive deeper into the headlines, and the On Your Side safety team wants to help you and your family stay safe. That's why we are joined on the Plus by Doug Reynolds from Henrico Fire. Thank you so much for being here, Doug.
Thank you. It's a big deal that we get to come out and get our safety message out.
Absolutely. And so, why is this such a critical time of year to get this reminder out to folks?
Well, it all goes back that it all started from the Great Chicago Fire that happened on October 9th. So that's why October 9th is always involved with their Fire Prevention Week. 300 people were killed and half the city burnt down. But it really gives us a chance to get out there and remind people how important fire prevention is. While we like to fight fires, our biggest job is to prevent them and to make sure you can get safely out of your home.
Right, and we've got a couple items here on the desk with us that are important reminders of people to watch out for, or especially that fire detector to make sure that that's working.
I'll start out with what is certainly the most important thing you can have at your home. The gold standard is you need to have a working smoke detector in your house, at least one per floor of the house. We like to see them in your bedrooms and by your living areas. Like I say, the most important thing, it works 24 hours a day. Big thing for people to remember is it's basically a 2-minute window from the time a fire starts to the time you can safely get out of your house.
Wow.
So it is so critical to have that. You also need to do a home escape plan with your family, your kids. Make it a fun, exciting thing for them. Get them involved, because if it's a true emergency, they go back to their training. They'll know exactly what to do. They do them at school every day, or at least 10 times a year. So practice it at home. Things to remember at home: our leading cause of fire in Henrico County is the unattended stove. Across the country, 44% of home fires start in the kitchen. So please make sure you keep up with your cooking. If you start to get forgetful, we call it the wooden spoon trick. Get a wooden spoon, keep it in your hand, put it in your pocket so it jabs you if you get forgetful and you walk away.
That is a good reminder to have. And cooking fires in the kitchen, leading cause of fires, but I know that there are some other causes that you're seeing right now, especially with the rise of these lithium-ion batteries.
Yeah, and that's actually the theme this year was charge into fire safety. These lithium-ion batteries, they have a lot of energy in a very small compacted area. If you damage these, if you overcharge them, they can get what they call thermal runaway, and they catch on fire. They're hard to put out, and we see so much of them now. They're in your cell phones, your computers, most of your battery-operated tools,
right.
E-bikes, e-scooters. So you really got to be careful with those when you go to charge them. If possible, keep them outside or put them on like a concrete surface or something that's non-combustible if you have an emergency.
Right, and so I want to go back to, a lot of these stories that we cover. When people think house fire, they imagine that this is something rare, but we hear on the scanner, we hear from you guys through press releases that this actually happens more often than one would think.
Yeah, so if you look at us with the number of fires, it's usually a house fire every several days in Henrico County. Wow. And if you include the RVA area, obviously we see it every day on your newscast. So it's not happening to somebody else. It's happening right here in the Richmond area. So you just got to be careful. If we talk about electrical fires, 50% of the time extension cord is involved. Don't do like this, not a daisy chain where you have an extension cord to another one. Right. They just can't handle that. Don't run them under a carpet or a rug where you're going to start to walk on them. It'll start to break them up.
These are all such great tips. Thank you so much, Doug, for joining us today. And you guys at home, make sure you listen up and you get all these safety items checked out. Thank you, Doug.
Smoke detector.
Yep, most important. Well, here's a look at